If you guys have been following my channel and have been in the live streams, you guys will know that I have said time and time over again, I love the first version of The Mandalorian from an investment perspective and from a collector's perspective, but really from an investment perspective, even more than Beskar Mando. And we are already seeing what this is going for in the secondary market. In this video, we're going to take a look at what it's going for in the secondary market, what caused it, and I'm going to give my best tip on how to pick it up if you missed out on it and are having FOMO. This is 6Scale Economist. Let's jump right into it. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to another video. This is 6Scale Economist. In this video, we're taking a look at what's going on with the Hot Toys Mandalorian first issue version in the secondary market, and I'm going to give my best tip on what you can do to pick up this figure if you slept on it on the first go around. As you guys know, I said that this figure, I love it from an investment perspective. From, as soon as we saw Beskar Mando, I feel like everybody was saying, like, oh, Beskar Mando is way better than the first issue of Mandalorian, and I definitely agree from a collection perspective. That is the one that I'd want to have in my collection, but I loved this guy from an investment perspective. We're already starting to see the price action take place in the secondary market, and even already how it's doing in the secondary market, I still love it even more long term. I think that if you have this figure and you're considering selling it because of what you're seeing it go for in the secondary market, I don't even think it's a good sale right now. I think long term, 2-3 years, this guy is going to age like wine. So, as we know, this figure retailed for $243. Basically, came in stock, was in stock for maybe a month tops on Sideshow, went waitlist, was waitlist for about 48-ish hours, gone from waitlist, went to the waitlist was open for, I think, maybe a couple of days. Bang, sold out, gone from Sideshow. A lot of people are asking if this guy's going to get restocked. I don't know. I feel like they're focusing on Beskar Mando. That doesn't seem likely to me. Then again, I don't really have any logic or, good reasoning for why there wouldn't be a restock, but it's not something that I would bank on. Retail for $243. Basically, as soon as it sold out, it went to like 320-ish and was selling there. $350. 400 now, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be going down from 400. There's a decent amount of listings at 400, but a lot of these are selling at 400. Right here, we have them for 400 today. Another one, 400 today. This one, 500, but that was just one bid. I would maybe throw that out of the data. If you go, there's also an auction that's important to look at. Last I checked, the auction was at 400 with 15 bids. Let's just see. I imagine it still is because there's ones listed for right here. 400, 15 bids, 2 days left. I imagine this probably sells somewhere around the 410, 415, 420, 425-ish range. Regardless, the point is this guy is already selling. I think that the big reason why this has happened is I imagine a lot of people who were deciding which Mando to pick up probably just went ahead and pre-ordered the Beskar Mando. The Beskar Mando was announced not too long after the first issue of the Mando was announced. So a lot of people, rather than just going and pre-ordering this Mando, they were like, oh, well, the Beskar Mando, is only, what, for the deluxe version, $65 more, $70 more. I'm getting the pram, I'm getting Baby Yoda, I'm getting a bunch more accessories, I'm getting the jetpack, I'm getting the really cool Beskar outfit that I'm used to seeing him in, versus this one that, comes with a cool display base, but no Baby Yoda, the armor that definitely probably in most people's minds doesn't look as cool, and a couple of hands. I'm just going to go get the Beskar Mando. So what happened was you had a lot of people that slept on this figure, and a lot of people are probably realizing that we are going to get a lot of Mandalorians that look like the Beskar Mando. We're probably never going to get a Mandalorian that's going to look like this in his OG armor. Why would we ever go back to this armor? This is what we were saying when we first did our horror cold and we did our investment analysis on this OG version of Mando. I don't think that this figure is going... I don't see a reason for this figure to go below the 400 price point that he's already selling at. I think the best example that you can compare to this guy is the Mud Trooper. The Mud Trooper sold out and then basically almost immediately went to like 375, 425, 450, 450, 475 was probably the max price that guy went for. But I think what drove a lot of that guy was the lack of supply. There was just like nobody was really the Mud Trooper was just not a very highly pre-ordered figure. So I think what happened was a lot of people realized that, oh my gosh, I didn't pre-order this figure, the supply was really low. And then basically jumped up to like 450, 475, and then basically came back down and settled now around the $375 range. So I think the counter argument that you can make to this is that what's going to happen with this first issue of Mandalorian? Is this guy just going to be, a $475 figure again, and it's just going to come right back down to $350? I don't really see it happening. Is it possible? I think the only potential catalyst for that is once Beskar Mando is really widely available and everybody's getting their shipments and you start to see just a lot less demand for this guy, I think that might be probably your best window to pick this guy up in the secondary market. But from a long-term perspective, I still love this figure from a long-term perspective. So, yes, it's crazy. Now, for anybody that missed out on it, this is my best tip to still pick it up. Do not sleep on this method. If you work hard enough at this, very, very likely that it's going to work for you. And it's really not that hard. All you have to do, go to Google, and I think I've told you guys about this before. Go to Google and type in official Sideshow retailer. And it's going to take you to this link. It's just sideshow.com/store locator. And basically, all you do, don't put in any address in or anything. Just hit show all locations. And it is going to show you every single retailer. And depends. You can also do it for whatever continent you're in. I'm going to focus on America, obviously, because I'm in America. And it's going to show you every single retailer in America that carries Hot Toys. Or is an official Sideshow licensed partner. A lot of these actually aren't going to carry Hot Toys. Some of them get them rarely. Some of them are just on a pre-order only basis. But a lot of these are comic shops that actually carry Hot Toys. And all you have to do is just click on random ones and just call them. It's that easy. All you have to do is just call them. I guarantee there's got to be at least a handful of these shops that still have Mandalorians in stock, probably in areas where there's really not that many Hot Toy collectors who are just like, yeah, I have one of these and I have them at retail. And a lot of the times they will be more than happy to just, if you PayPal them, they will just ship it to you. PayPal them, cover the shipping, they'll sell it to you at retail. I've done this before with Hot Toys in the past. I've only done it with a couple because most of the time I just usually try and get my pre-orders on lock. But this is a great method if you missed out on this figure. And it's really easy too. And a lot of these places are going to be really happy for you to call them anyways. You know, it's just good business for them. And it doesn't annoy them at all. And it takes 15 seconds. Call them, say, hey, do you guys carry Star Wars Hot Toys? And most of the time they say yes. Sometimes they say no. If they say yes, say, okay, cool. Do you have the Hot Toys Mandalorian? If they say no, which a lot of them are going, most of them are probably going to say no, say, cool, thanks. Hang up, call the next one. And just call these places. And when you find one that has one, just say, are you okay to ship? If you can ship it, send them, pay them through PayPal. Make sure to do it through Goods and Services. And that's basically it. Obviously, do your due diligence, make sure that they are like a legit shop and everything. But if they're on the Sideshow retailer, I'm sure 99.9% of them are good to go. But as always, these are just my thoughts. I hope that not too many of you guys missed out on this Mandalorian. I love this figure, and this was such a great piece from a collection perspective and an investment perspective. But if you did miss out on it, make sure to use that method that I showed you guys. Look up Sideshow retailers. Just give people a ring. There's got to be at least a good handful of comic shops still out there that are willing to ship and still have this guy at retail. But as always, this is 6L Comics. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Make sure to leave me a comment down below if you guys passed on this Mandalorian, and if you did, if you are having regrets and you now want to go pick it up. I'm curious to see how many people actually end up passing on this version of the Mandalorian and are now realizing that they want it based off of the price action we're seeing now in the secondary market. But I'm going to get out of here. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys already heard it. Buy the dip, sell the rip. This is the way. We will see you in the next video.